Man is dead after an exchange of gunfire with the State Patrol. We're still learning more about the Adams County standoff that ended with the gunman dead and a trooper injured. NTV's Steve White was on the scene early this morning and has more. Steve, from the way the patrol describes it, this man shot a trooper and then they shot him, right?
Yeah, that's what they're telling us. The trooper was shot around 1:35 this morning. About an hour later, the suspect came out with a firearm in hand, and that's when a SWAT officer shot the gunman. Juniata residents were awoken around midnight to an alert on their phones asking them to shelter in place because of an active shooter. The State Patrol says a woman called 911 to report a man firing a gun outside a home on the east side of the community. Sheriff's deputies and the State Patrol set up a perimeter as the woman got away safely. Troopers reported more gunshots, including some that hit patrol cars. Around 1:35, the man continued to fire at law enforcement, hitting a trooper in the arm with a single gunshot. Paramedics were standing by and able to provide aid while getting the trooper to Mary Landing Healthcare, where the trooper was treated and released. An hour later, about 2:30 in the morning, they used tear gas to get the man out of the home. The State Patrol says he came out holding a firearm. That's when a member of the NSP SWAT team fired his weapon, striking the man who died at the scene. Under Nebraska law, a grand jury must be called, and Adams County Attorney Donna Figler-Dice was on scene as well. Around 3:30 in the morning, that's when folks got the all clear that the scene was clear, and more troopers arrived at sunrise to continue that investigation. So a lot of questions remain, including the identity of the individual involved and some of the other details about what transpired. We anticipate some more answers coming. The State Patrol does plan a news conference this afternoon, and we'll bring you the latest as we get it.
All right, thanks so much, Steve. That standoff marked the first test of Adams County's new alert system, activated just 30 days ago. The system may have kept people safe while allowing officers to focus on the crime scene. Adams County Emergency Management Director Ron Hughes joins us now live. Ron, talk a little about what this system is and how it worked overnight.
Well, you know, we really didn't think we would put it into effect this soon after we got it. We just got it activated about 30 days ago and put it into service. It took us about 2 years for our office to get authorized to use this system, this public alert system. And so when it took place, this was an absolute perfect scene and a time frame to use a resource like this for the residents of Adams County. It worked out just as it should.
All right, are you getting any feedback? Did it go to the right people and any bugs there?
Well, you know, it went to all of Adams County. Regretfully, it was at midnight and 3 a.m. So we have a lot of sleepy people around town today because of those alerts. But, you know, that's the best time to get those alerts is when you don't expect them. It woke people up. There were a lot of people following social media, following the local news channels and the crawls and listening for events to take place. I think that overall, the consensus that we received in our office is that people in Adams County were glad to be informed, regardless of what time of the day it was.
Yeah. Behind the scenes, how does it work for you? How do you decide what phones these go to?
You know, this is an all-call deal. When you hit that green button, it hits every single person within an area, either geofenced down to Adams County, particular locations, or the entire county itself. I chose all three alerts, so it went to the emergency alert systems, which is the news and medias, the WEA, which goes to every single cell phone that pings the nearest towers, and then also the NOAA weather radios were sounded too. So it was a use of all three. So there were some buzzes and tones going off to alert people of this dangerous situation and to keep them away from the scene, which, like you said in your introduction, it did a great benefit to the law enforcement to not have to worry about doing their own notifications to shelter in place in person. They were able to keep their mind on task of getting the bad guy.
So what kind of situations do you see using this in the future?
You know, primarily, you know, these type of events, be on the lookout type events for anybody who potentially escaped or may be dangerous. Hazardous events, hazardous materials, spills where there's a plume in the air that people need to be notified to shelter in place or evacuate. We wouldn't use it for normal like weather situations or anything like this. If we utilize this out of our office, it's an extreme life threat to the citizens of Adams County.
So people are rest assured that this will be serious if they get woken up by this.
Yes, absolutely. If you hear those tones, go off on your phone. Tune into local media, get the more information that's coming to you. This is just an alert. It's an alert for people to tune in to television stations like your own and get more information on what to do and how to handle it. But it gets that word out to them to take shelter, to seek, to evacuate, whatever may be ordered upon us.
Well, we appreciate you keeping us informed as well. Thanks so much, Ron.
Thank you, sir.